Welcome back to Black Dev's Game Lounge. Today we are in the kitchen for the 900 ice cream special that I promised you guys. So I just want to say thank you to everybody who has helped me get to that 900. So let's get on to the important things. Saying also thank you to our friend here, Carol, for this amazing book called Ice Creams, Sorbets and Frozen Delights. What we're focusing on today is the Peppermint Marshmallow ice cream. So, what do we need for this one? So, we need 26 marshmallows, pink and white, which I will put in a bowl. So you need a bowl, because you do. And there will be two purposes to that bowl. We need a cup of milk, which I've measured out. Some cream, I got whatever I could find. And we need some peppermint essence. And most importantly, you need a container to put it in. And you need a pot to boil some water on. I won't show the guys the pot, but yeah, let's get us kicked off. So, bowl time, marshmallow time. Best part of the marshmallows is make sure you buy more than 26 so you can eat a few. As always, it is very important to taste your marshmallows. So, we'll get some marshmallows in here. So, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, and we'll make it next 26. There we go. So a little bit of everything, plus I still have some marshmallows left for later. So the next step is to then add that 1 cup of cream that we got, or milk. Add that in with your marshmallows, so let them sink and float in there. And then the next step that we're going to go to is get a pot of water boiling, put this on top of the pot of boiling water, and then we're going to melt it. So as they say here in the book, melt marshmallows with milk over hot water. So that is where we're going next. Okay, so here we are on the stove top. We've got a pot, we've got water in it. We've got our marshmallow bowl. So basically you want something where you can set it on there without it touching the water. So from this point forward, we will go into a quick cut where we'll basically just record water boiling, then this going down, and we'll melt it all the way down. So we will be talking when we get back to the next part. Okay, so I'm back with you guys. So, next step, as you can see, the water is now starting to boil there, starting to get that steam off. You can hear it in the background. So now it's time to take our bowl of marshmallows, which is still soaking in there, having a good old time, and putting it on top and basically sealing it off. It's the same process that you do for melting chocolate. So if you have one of those sort of things, you could probably do it in there as well. Haven't done it myself, so speculating you could, not saying you should. But yeah, at this point we will go into another little quick time lapse to watch this melt, and I'll be stirring it because we are trying to melt that down into one liquid. Okay, so we have now turned our marshmallows and milk into marshmallow soup. I personally like making this recipe and leaving tiny little chunklets in there, as you can see, just because that's a nice little extra when you have your ice cream finished up. So I'm going to switch over to the other side and pour this into the container. So see you guys on the other bench. Okay, we're back on this side of the bench. So, red bowl where we're going to store it in, some almond gloves, and I will bring our soup over. Hot off the oven, as you can see, beautiful soup. So, this is where you need to be careful, please, people. You can screw yourself up. A, the bowl is hot. B, the liquid is hot, and it's not only hot, the stuff is like sticky glue if it hits you. So Try and avoid burning yourself. And then you can see all those beautiful little marshmallow chunklets in there that I leave. Like I say, you can basically boil it down till it's nice and clear, but I like a little something left in there so that you have that for later. So with this being in here now, bits in there, this is going to go into the freezer till it thickens slightly, as the book says. Remove, pour into bowl and chill until mixture thickens slightly. So that will be the next step.
2 hours later.
Okay, so we're back with the next section, which is getting the ice or the marshmallow soup out of the fridge, which now looks like this. So you can see it is slightly thickened, which is exactly what we are looking for. So the next step is those 5 drops of the peppermint essence into here. Jeez, I wish this thing had a dropper. So we're just going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. It's about 5. I'm off for luck. There you go. Yeah, it helps if you have a thing that has a dripper in it, otherwise it becomes a mess. So we'll just give that a little stir through, and this is smelling amazing already. So you can see it's sort of separated the bottom, and then this thick, like almost reconstituted marshmallow on top. But this is exactly what we want. So for now, we will just put this aside and let that soak in. So the next part, as they say, is whip cream with salt and fold into that mixture. So this recipe was designed to be hand whipped. I am not going to do that because I do not have that much time in my life to stand around whipping cream. So 1 cup of cream into the bowl. I'm going to get my scraper again. Always helps if you have a scraper around. And this is just going to get a little bit of cross mixing, assuming it's going to mix in together anyway. Yeah, so if you buy a small enough container of cream, then it's perfect. I had some other needs for cream, so we bought a slightly bigger one, but there you go. 1 cup of cream in its place, and then a pinch of salt. I realize I missed off that one earlier that I said didn't mention salt, but you probably read it from the recipe. So a good pinch of salt, just normal salt, table salt, whatever you have. Probably don't use anything fancy salts, that kind of messes with the taste a little bit. So sea salt, table salt, whatever, that'll work. So what we're going to do next is film this thing making noise and it cuts. So I'll be back with you in a moment. Okay, so now the noisy part is over. So what I was doing there is basically making sure it has soft peaks. So when you press it in, it makes these little peaks that's soft. Literally what it means. So yes, if you like cream, this is about the time you get happy, because you can come and lick these off. If you don't know about that, that is an old school thing. People always fighting who gets to lick off the beater blades. Don't do it while it's on. You might screw yourself up a little. But yeah, now we've got whipped cream. So next part is that we take this and our ice cream and we fold it in together, and then we freeze it, which is the final part. Okay, so here we've got our 2 bowls, whipped cream, this. So the ice cream mixture is going to be folded into this, and then we're going to pour it back in. That way, you don't make a mess in your kitchen, because nobody wants to do 1,000 dishes. And on the other hand, why not? It's already here, it's already dirty, and it's already got everything you need. So I'm just going to pour this away from you guys, sorry. Otherwise, I'm not going to see what I'm doing, and then this is going to become a dirty wild mess. So As you can see, it's always a dirty wild mess, but hey, that is cooking, and that's what we do in the kitchen. So, two on top of each other. Now just the fold method is just literally scoop over and press down. Don't want to mix it because otherwise it'll get weird. So you just gently putting the two together and let it basically mix itself. And yes, if you hear a noise in the background, that is Helgi, very upset that we're in the kitchen and she is not getting her tax on the food being made. But ice cream is not for dogs, Helgi. Especially not marshmallow ice cream. Don't feed your dogs marshmallows, please. She is not happy today. She's like, I played Spyro and now you're expecting me not to beg for this. I am not happy about it. So just give it a little stir, little side folding, just to make sure this is combining together. It's going to look a little weird for people who've never seen this type of thing. If you are a person who bakes a lot, then you'll probably point out a few things that I'm doing wrong, but it's alright. This is supposed to be just enjoyed and made by anybody. You don't need the special equipment, you don't need specialist training. Just an easy, delicious way to have marshmallow ice creams. And believe you me, I'm going to enjoy this later. But yes, this is basically the last process we're going through. It's just combining this all together gently so you don't destroy the fluffiness from your marshmallow or destroy the soft whipped cream that you've created. So just give it a little stir around the edges. It takes a little bit of time, but patience makes the difference. If you can freeze it as is, and then you're just gonna have big cream lumps with no flavor other than cream. So yeah, don't be like Helgi. Helgi has no patience. This is a job for patience. She is now staring at me. She is not happy that I'm mentioning her, and she is not getting anything out of the kitchen. But yes, this is basically what you do till you have basically no lumps left. There will be some lumps because some of these lumps is not cream, but marshmallow that I left in here. So when you bite through this delicious, sticky, frozen dessert, that you get these nice little soft, sticky lumps of semi-melted marshmallow. Kind of like a s'more, but ice cream form and minus the biscuit, minus the fire. Helgi, you are an awesome dog, but some days your behavior leaves much desired. So yeah, this is where I'm going to leave it. Like I said, these lumps and bumps are not cream anymore. These are marshmallow lumps. You can see it just kind of sits there. It's already thickening up. And that is basically the end of this. Now it's just to freeze it for a few hours. I'm going to pour it back into this container, slap it in the freezer, and then once it is done, then I will show you guys the big reveal and have a little taste to tell you what this amazing ice cream tastes like.
One eternity later.
Okay, the long-awaited result, people, the long-awaited result. So, this has been in the fridge for a few hours. I put a lid on it so it wouldn't spill. And this is what we ended up, a kind of fluffy ice cream. So, I'm going to hit this up with our ice cream scoop. Oh yeah, that is lovely. Little ball there. Toss this in here. And yeah, as you can see in there, you've got little bits of white marshmallow, little bits of pink marshmallow, so you get this like spotty effect in there. But the real thing we were going after is that. And how does it taste and smell? Well, it smells like marshmallows to start with, and a very interesting consistency, more like a frozen dessert than what you classically think of as ice cream. Yeah, it's got beautiful flavors of the white and pink marshmallows, a little mellowy, the whole thing, that peppermint, just a slight of something, and yeah, you can see it just kind of, it's kind of sticky. But all in all, very, very delicious. And those lovely little chunks of chewy marshmallow that I left is still in there. So yeah, people, with that said, there you go. That makes about, I think this is about a litre, just under a litre. You get delicious ice cream. It's easy to make. You don't need anything fancy for it. No ice cream machines or anything. And yes, people, thank you for getting me to 900. So this was your special for getting my channel to 900 subs. Marshmallow ice cream. I'll post up all the extra information in the description and stuff. So if you want to know how to make it, go back to the start and have a look at that recipe. I will type it up for you guys as well, just so it's there. But otherwise, stay safe, have a better one, and see you in the next stream.